Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a video. I have not done one of these in a long time, but I thought you should know that there is a way to get hundreds, maybe 100, but close enough to hundreds of transmog very, very quickly, but you can only do so until midnight hits. So, whether you are one of the folks doing the early access or not, this is something you want to pay attention to. And I am on this little guy. I think these guys are canonically like 7 or 8 feet tall, I don't know. Instead of my main, because he's a prime example of what I have done to get said transmog. Okay, so what is this secret method, you ask? Well, there are a few key things. First, these are not pieces I actually got from the raid. Every single one of the pieces in the set I'm currently wearing, as you can kind of tell, this is a time walking character. Every single one of these pieces is catalyzed. How did I get catalyzed pieces without ever running the raid? And in fact, how did I get both Raid Finder and normal 9 out of 9? Well, first, we want to go to the Twilight Highlands. Now, if you've started to do the experience in the Twilight Highlands on one of your other characters, and you want to do this on an alt, you don't have to do the opening quest where you go into Orgrimmar or Stormwind and beat up like 6 cultists and then teleport over. You can if you want, but you don't have to. But get your cute little booty over to Stormwind or Orgrimmar, and then into the Twilight Highlands. And then make sure you get enough of the currency. So roughly 8 times 20, 160 of the tokens, and buy your head, shoulders, chest, bracers, wrists, belt, legs, shoes, and not the cloak. Get all 8 of those pieces and you're good to go. So I guess, 160. Because they are each 20. They used to be 40. Thank goodness they're 20. If you have some pieces from other characters, that's awesome. Then you can just pull them out of your warband bank. You can, every time you kill one of the rares, they have a chance of dropping any piece for any of the armor types. So if you have one, grab it out of your warband bank, slap it on. That's one piece you do not need to pick up. And if you want, you can spend that extra currency on a weapon if you plan on using that character, any longer than you already are going to be. The way you get these bits of currency, if you do not know, you got to go run all of the events. Basically, every 5 minutes, there's going to be a rare. You got to go to it, kill it. You get 3 to 5 of the special currency called Twilight's Blade Insignia. But that is not the key thing. You're not farming 160 pieces of currency at 3 to 5 a pop. That'd be insane. No, what you're gonna do is you're gonna possibly use this little add-on here called Pre-Patch or something like that. I think it's called Midnight Pre-Patch. I'll post the name of it right here and a link in the comments down below. It will show you every single one of the enemies. And once one of them spawns while you're in the zone, it will give you a timer for the next spawn. They each spawn every 5 minutes. And occasionally one of the Voices of the Eclipse will also spawn at a different location. I personally find that mostly people are going to the actual named enemies, as everyone wants to get the achievement for killing all of them. But it'll pop up. You'll get a little, if you click auto map, it'll put a marker on your map like you can always do in WoW nowadays, like that, and it will show you said little arrow, just like this, and you fly there, and you get to kill the monster. But the important part is you pick up the 2 quests first from Ramath and his apparently not boyfriend, as they bicker in the camp. It's 2 quests to kill 3 of the rares, and kill either 8 rares or complete world quests. Any mix will do. I personally like to do about 5 rares and 3 world quests. The world quests, if you have more and you can handle the one where you get the big strong guys you gotta kill, you go do that, you'll get a lovely little chunk. I believe it is either 10 or 20 of the insignias for doing the world quest, and that will once again progress your completion. So basically kill 5 to 8 of the rares and you get 40 insignia for each quest. So if you can kill a bunch of them with all the stuff you're getting from the rares, from the world quest. You should very much have enough by the time you finish those 2 quests and maybe a couple world quests in the zone to buy the 8 pieces you need of your armor type. And it's worth mentioning, by the way, if you have any left over, you can do this on your other characters and use the warband transferring to send all that to your other characters. And then all you have to do is you go to Dornegal, you go to the catalyzing guy, you slap in all those pieces, and seeing as every character, whether or not you are on that character, will get a catalyst charge every couple weeks, you will have banked up those up to a cap of 8. That is why getting the cloak is not as important, because there's a method to get your cloak. So first of all, this whole method ties into the new transmogging tool, where if you have a full set, a full 9 of 9 or 8 of 8, whichever it is for that set, you get all of the sets below it now. Thank God. Getting full mythic in the 2nd season of War Within on my warrior, and then collecting the ones below it was a massive pain in my butt. But I did it exclusively through Delves. Thank you very much. And once you do that, you get the set. But again, you don't have the cloak appearance. This is kind of a problem. However, you probably have Reshi wraps. That is a significantly stronger cloak, and you wouldn't want to change that out anyway, would you? Well, don't worry. They've thought of that, because they're not going to be dropping cloaks in the raid. We will send ourselves back to Mr. Trunk Junk over here, as he's standing next to the vendor Bachozo, the curious curator, and you can see right here a big bunch of all these ensembles. So for example, the Vicious Charhound's Fell covers will give you the Raid Finder, normal, heroic, and mythic versions, or whichever order this is in, I'm honestly not sure. And you'll be able to pick up each piece throughout the set. And as soon as you do that, Bob's your uncle. However, what currency do you need? Well, you got it right here. You need the Loom Beast Silk. How do you get Loom Beast Silk? I will tell you. All you have to do, run LFR. Ideally, your character can play a tank or healer to make this quicker, especially if you're going to do it for all the classes. I have so far done it on 5 classes. If you're going to, great. Otherwise, DPS, do some world quest. You can even queue while you're doing the Twilight Highland stuff. And once you get in, you don't even need to finish the 3 bosses. You only need a queue for the first tier of the LFR wing, and you need to kill Plexus the Sentinel and Lumathar. Or if you get in like I did, you can just kill Lumathar. As soon as you do, you will get one of the Loom Beast Silks, and you can run over, buy your cloak, Bob's your uncle. Now, I will recommend go kill Soulbinder. Pretty easy fight, especially on LFR. And there's a chance of getting a back transmog as well. Little picture right up here. So, now you have the piece. You don't need a transmog because it's not a piece. It just adds it to your wardrobe. And you have your head, shoulders, chest, and the rest of your pieces. Bob is your uncle. The moment you have catalyzed all 8 pieces you picked up in the Twilight Highlands, and you pick up the piece from Lumathar and get your 8 cloaks from Mr. Bachozo, you will have not only the normal mode appearances, but thanks to, once again, Blizzard giving you the lower tiers, you will get the Raid Finder series of appearances. And to show you guys how easy it is, I collected in, frankly, about half an hour. I got the Raid Finder set and normal set for my Paladin. I got all the pieces for my Death Knight. I still need to go run the raid on my Death Knight. We have the Mana Forge set on my Monk, as you have seen. And other than picking up a wrist piece, we have the Raid Finder set of the Druid. I need to catalyze some of these, but I do have the currency on this character. Is this a bunch of transmog you want? If you are a huge fan of the Mana Forge Omega sets and you really want at least the normal and LFR sets, and you want to do it really, really quickly, and you don't want to do what I did back in the original release of Legion, boost a character that was already like mostly leveled, boost a character for about 12 levels, run them through LFR, get them geared up, and then complete the Mage Tower in a total of 2 days, and you don't want to pull your hair out like that, and probably why I lost my hair, this is a great way to go about it. So, if you want to get almost 260 appearances, 2 appearance sets, both LFR and normal for all 13 classes, and just an absolute ton of transmog in barely any time at all, that's all you got to do. Go to the Twilight Highlands, do the first 2 quests. By the way, they are weekly. However, we don't really have much time for that left. You go to the Twilight Highlands, do those quests, do some world quests, buy all the transmog, not weapons and not cloaks, for your armor type. Go catalyze all 8 pieces, and then go run the first wing of LFR. Just kill the second boss at the very least. Get that piece, go to Mr. Bachozo, get your cloak, Bob is your uncle, you are done. You can get that done in 30 minutes to an hour, very, very easily, even if you are incredibly undergeared, as people are finding out, trying to fight the elite mobs in the Twilight Highlands in those massive clusters is kind of difficult, but there's always tons of people playing it, always tons of people running it. You can pretty much just stand at the back and hope to survive, and you're good to go. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe, and I think I'm going to be making more of these later. If you want to know about any of the elements of my UI, please let me know down below, and I will make a video talking about those add-ons. All right, see you in the next one. Peace.